All right, you're live.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the mobile app training. My name is Glenn, now the senior stock market strategist. I'm coming to you live and direct. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. I think I need to turn this up a little bit. Nope, not that one, this one. Hopefully, there we go. John says, happy 248th birthday to the U.S. Marines. Hoorah! And I appreciate that, John. I am and will always be a United States Marine. And for all of those people who have served, happy pre-Veterans Day to you guys. T is another Marine. Gotta love you. Gotta love you. Semper Fi, hoorah, T. Thank you for being here. So today we're going to be really diving in, like we do every week, on how to make money on the go. And today I think I want to concentrate on portfolios and the power behind creating a portfolio to find you what stocks are moving, what stocks are not to stay away from, and to really take advantage of those stocks on the go, number one. And number two, to manage them on the go as well. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to spend a lot of time on portfolios because, again, I think in the mobile app that they're probably very underutilized because all you're really doing is checking for your stocks and building watch lists, which are all good things. But for the purposes of being on the go, excuse me for 1 second, hold on. Excuse me. And that's part of being live. I can't stop that. I think a part of being on the go is being able to look at your stocks in a portfolio to see how they're doing for the day. And if you're looking for potential winners to get involved with, to look at those portfolios as well. Thank you, Glow Up. I appreciate that. Share the stream. Big time, folks. Share the stream. I want to get a lot of people in here because I think that the more people we get to show how intuitive the mobile app is, the more that they'll be susceptible to making more money in the market. Mark, don't start singing the song because I will. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we'll fight our country's battles over air, land, and sea. That's the right. So that's absolutely correct. And, I'm not putting down any other service. All of the services are very important to our military. We have the best military in the world. So happy Veterans Day to all of you who are served, who are veterans. Memorial Day, on the other hand, is for those who gave their lives in service of their country. So that's not what today is. Today is Veterans Day, to salute to all of you veterans that are out there. And thank you so much for your service. All right, with that being said, let's get hot and heavy into what's going on. Remember, from the mobile app, unofficially, I am your mobile app mentor. Unofficially. It's not my real title. You heard my new real title. Mark says Veterans Day is your real birthday. Weren't you a veteran, Glow Up King? Yes, I am. I am a Marine Corps veteran. Absolutely. On the desktop, can we please get both earnings dates and dividend dates fields? Thomas, if there's ever something that is not in the desktop, we have a PIR, product improvement requests. On the desktop, you can put that in. A lot of the things that our developers are working on, some of these might be the things that you're looking for, but put them in as a product improvement request so that we can have them look at the things that you would like to have happen, Thomas. All right? That's the best way, because if I go over there and say, yo, Thomas Willingham wants this, you're going to say, who the heck is Thomas Willingham? First thing I'm going to say is he's part of VV Nation, so you better listen to what I got to say. That's what I'm going to say. But I don't hold that much weight. That's why the product improvement requests are so important. Which one's better, the Marine or the Navy? Because I was wondering to join either branch. You're not getting me into that conversation. Nope. Because I'm very biased. Are the market timings accurate, says Francisco? Absolutely. Our market timing are based off specific things to happen. And if those specific things happen, they will trigger a market timing call. Now, does that mean that just because we made the call, it's going to stay long term? No, the market does what the market does. We take the data from the market, and these market timing calls look for specific things to happen. So they are very accurate. Don't get me wrong. They are very accurate. But the market does what the market does. We don't control that part of it. All we can tell you is if it's okay to buy or not. All right, so as I look at what's going on the home screen, all of the major indices are up. The Dow is up, the NASDAQ is up, the S&P is up, the VectorVest composite was up. And this morning in the Jockey Club, we were pretty much, back and forth until now. We're sitting at 12 o'clock, and the market shows that it wants to show its bullish face. So what do? You take advantage of what the market gives you. If the market's showing you your bullish, showing its bullish face, then you take advantage of it. But right below it, what do you see? All of our market timing. Going back to Francisco, here's all of our market timing. The primary wave is up, the DEW is up, the confirmed call, the slowest, most conservative call is still down, and the green light buyer is neutral. My primary wave is down on my app. Now, perfume. Interesting that it is down. I would restart my mobile app. I would definitely restart my mobile app. All right, so nobody else should have that problem. It should be the primary wave is up at this particular point in time. Till that changes, it will stay there. All right. So I can see from a market timing perspective while I'm on the go that the only thing that's down, the only people that are still playing the market or sitting out to the downside are the longer term investors. Everybody else should be taking advantage of this market. Now, I will say this. Let's go to I want to show you something because I'm still not warm and fuzzy about the market. I'm going to bring up the VVC. All right, and a few things happened most recently. Primary wave is down on my desktop too. On your desktop, different. Hold on. See, now I don't have VectorVest. I don't have my desktop open. Boston, are you in the background? Boston, if you're in the background, take a look at that for me. All right, so a couple of things that I'm looking for in the current market's conditions. Let me zoom in a little bit. Little pinchy pinch. Side, there we go. Little pinchy pinch. All right, so we were looking for the downtrend of the market to be broken, and it did. It got broken. The DEW went up, but ever since then, what has the market done? I see the market is going down. I'm looking at today's most recent data. We've got a little open bar to the right of the most recent down bar. Does that mean that everything is hunky-dory? No. But it still means if I'm following the market timing, for those of you who are looking at the DEW and primary wave, we're still being bullish in the market overall. The VVC price is below the 5 days ago and is a down. I understand. Hold on, Bill. Let me walk through this first. All right. We got an update today after 4 days of being down. A couple of things catch my attention. From that level of that last big up bar, the market's pulled back a little bit. Does that mean you Katie bar the doors, throw the baby out with the bathwater? No. What you need to do right now, if you looked at the color guard was primarily yellow. We're in a time of caution. Not in a time of panic, but in a time of caution. What are you doing during this time? With everything else being bullish, you tighten stops on your stocks. Minimize the losses, but definitely maximize the gains. Don't be afraid to pull half of the trade off of the table with the current market scenario. We are still overall in a bull little move, but with a little pullback. A pullback doesn't mean panic. Pullback does not equal panic. Pullback does equal caution. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? A pullback equals caution in this case. I'm looking at the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages. I am not ready to panic. Now, let's address that BSR. The buy to sell ratio hasn't moved. Let's go back up. As the market's been moving, the buy to sell ratio hasn't really moved. That's another thing that catches my attention. And looking at this homepage, more yellow than anything, more caution. But you're right, John. The buy to sell ratio is still low. That tells me that in the current move that we have right now, or had right here, all right, there weren't a lot of stocks moving into buy recommendations. That means that in the current move from here, A lot of stocks weren't taking advantage of the rally. What does that mean for me? Still more caution. I'm not going to tell you not to buy during this uptime. All right, I won't do that at all. Take what the market gives you. But with an indicator like the buy to sell ratio, as a subscriber to the VectorVest software utilizing the mobile app, that should be a red flag. If nothing else, again, to be cautious, but not to panic. All right? So as I look at this from an on-the-go perspective, I can open up the mobile app. I can see that it's more time to be cautious. What is the ticker? The ticker that I'm looking at is the VVC. That is the same as looking at the market timing graph. All right, we're looking at the VVC, the VectorVest composite. You'll only find the VVC in the VectorVest software because that's the indicator that looks at over 9,000 stocks. We feel that it is a better representation of the broad market move. And that's what we're looking for. All right, you have a new title. What is it? I am the Senior Stock Market Strategist. The Senior Stock Market Strategist. I think that falls right in line with a lot of the things that I do on the YouTube channel. All right. So keeping all of that in mind, also while I'm on the go, I can clearly see that we've got more stocks going up than going down with the advanced to decliners, the SSMS. That's right. So that gives me more fodder to say that today is a good day to buy stocks. Does Joey have a new title? No, Joey is a producer. He's got a big title. He's a producer. I don't even think he's watching this because he's off today. He was off yesterday and he's off today. He took a couple of days off, which he needs. I'm always happy for him when he does that. But no, Joey doesn't have a new title. He's a producer. That's a big title. Joey does a lot of work under that title. He does a lot of work under that title. All right. So with that, Joey, what is that? What's the PSSMS? What is that? Sigh. Oh, the producer, senior stock market strategist? Sigh. Wow. Joey wouldn't want that title. It's got way too many words. I think mine has a lot of words. I think mine has a lot of words too, but that would be super wordy for Joey. Joey would be like, no, he's not the president. Not at all. You know something? Would I vote for Joey as president? Probably not. Probably not. All right. Does the market advances chart? What does the market advances chart mean? You mean down here, right here? So I don't know what TSCH mean, but I'm just going to call you T. That shows me out of the 9,000 stocks, and if you add these up, they should come out to 9,100 and some odd stocks. It shows me that out of the stocks in our database, Todd, there you go, Todd. Is that my Todd? Why did you put it like that? That goes to show me how many stocks out of the over 9,000 stocks that we track, how many of them are moving up or moving down. It doesn't mean how many of them are buys or sells, how many of them moving up, moving down. I would rather to trade on a day like today, knowing that more stocks in the database are going up compared to going down. Glenn, how did you get a title without ending it in osity? I am the Senior Stock Market Strategist osity. That's for all of VV Nation. Just for everybody else, I'm just a strategist. But here in VV Nation, I am the strategist osity. All right. So with all that being said, looking at the homepage, I'm out and about, running around, trying to determine what I need to do with my stocks while I'm busy with my day. I've got all of that right here at my fingertips, right on the mobile app. Let's go look at the VectorVest views. Let's get caught up from last night. All right. How I am new here. Do we day trade? We will look at some trades. We will, and we're going to look at some portfolios that I'm running for you as well. All right. We're going to look at some stocks that we can trade and look at. All executive producer do is pay for it. They don't work. He's not an executive producer. He's a real producer. Joey is a real producer. Senior stock market strategistosity. Absolutely. So every night we give you insight as to what went on in the day and we'll prepare you for tomorrow. So you wake up in the morning, you're running around, but you want to see what's going on. the analysis last night with 2 red lights and 1 yellow light, the color guard was somewhat bearish. With the price of the VVC moving higher on a week-over-week basis, we have an up-down situation. Let's click on that. We have an up-down situation. And now I want to see what we were giving as guidance. November 8th. What's tonight? Today's 10th. So let's go. That's what I was looking at. Daily update. There we go. We click on it. We click on it to get a deeper dive into what the mobile app is telling us. November 9th. All right, because the 10th is not out yet. We're still experiencing the 10th. The 10th is not out yet. Here's all of the yellow. Notice that the market went from so much bearishness to so much neutrality. And, you know, from an investor in the market, I like that as a longer-term investor because I know that the market is moving from being bearish. Cody says, I need a film producer for my new movie. For real, as you know, Joey, Joey's not even here today. It's Koo. Koo is here today. Koo is here. Joey is out from next. So he'll be back on Monday. How often does VectorVest add new stocks to the VVC? And what is the criteria for adding these new stocks? DK, we add stocks all the time. When stocks get delisted, we take them out of the database, but we add new stocks on. What is the criteria? If you want it, you can add it, and you can email us to add it. As long as we can get all of the data that we need for VectorVest on it, you can add it to the database. There's no specific criteria unless they're like super garbage stocks that we can't even get to put the VV data onto it. Then it won't work. But for the most part, we keep adding and taking out stocks left and right every day. Have to go. How do I watch live after hours? James, once this is completed, once the live stream is done, it will be up as a recording on the YouTube channel. All right. So last night, the strategy was hawkish comments from the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell dented sentiments at the U.S. stock markets, closed lower. So that's what happened yesterday. Prudent investors. This is the guidance we gave last night, going into today. You may buy stocks long. What? Only if the market is rising. What's the market doing? It's rising. There's the guidance. Aggressive investors and traders should play the market as it develops. But for those of you who are more prudent, we said it's okay to buy stocks only if the market is rising, and that's definitely what it's doing. We also give you the top 5 one-day and 5-day winners from the Derby. And so, again, just waking up, just open up the mobile app. So much power in your hands right from the mobile app that will get your day set right and put you on the path to making some money for the day and how to take advantage of the market, whether bullish or bearish. All right. Now that that's done, like I said, I want to spend time between watch lists, building your own watch list and watching your own watch list. And one of the advantages that I did in my last live stream was to show you in the mobile app, I gave you 4 or 5 different advantages of having the mobile app. And this is a key one, especially if you've built a watch list of stocks in the mobile app. First thing I always look for is looking at the average RT. Look to the right. And I want to concentrate on the RTs that are above 1. Interesting. The first one is bearish ETF high volume. Interesting. That adds more to the perspective of how I feel about what's going on in the market. Right? I still have been saying for the longest time, I'm not warm and fuzzy about this market. I'm not going to give up on that. I'm not. We can see that the VectorVest buy to sell ratio is not rocking and rolling with the market. Notice that it didn't rock and roll and the market's starting to turn back down already. These indicators, these proprietary indicators that you only find in VectorVest, give you more insight than anybody else out there to help you to really delve into the psyche of the market. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Do you agree with that our indicators really give you a lot more insight than a lot of the other things that you will find out about there? If you don't think so, type a 2. But if you think so, type a 1. That buy to sell ratio is a very smart indicator. And I like it for the purposes of really giving me some real good insight and some confirmation about what's really going on in the market. So the bearish ETFs, That's, these are my watch lists. These are my watch lists. You will create your own and have your own watch list. LABD is on the move. Look at that, up 2% today. Cold on the run, up 2.5% today. Let's sort this by percent gain loss. Out of this watch list of stocks that has an RT above 1, let's concentrate on the stocks that are making money. Look at that. JDST, Dust, Cold. Let's go look at JDST. All right. Let's go see if I'm interested in it. It's under $20. What I don't like is that it stopped right at a level of resistance. Look at the wick on today's candle. It's not getting through. You see back here, it did the same thing. Why can't I click on? There you go. See, on that day, on that one, it did the same thing. It's touched several times. This level of support, this level of resistance is strong. This level of resistance is strong and it's having a hard time moving. I like the move, but I'm not feeling the lack of follow through to get above that level of resistance. What else is on this list? Dust. Ooh, I like Dust better because it did break through that level of resistance. Look at that. I don't like the wick at the top, but I'm going to take that. So I'm now looking at a possible stock to put into a portfolio. I'm going to take this. Let's go back to the 1 year. Let's go put on an alert. And I want to go, what's that? I want to go 5 cents higher than the high, 14.33. All right, it's at 14.16. Let's bring this down to 14.16. Look in the middle. See the numbers going down. 14.16. That's the current price, right? I want to go 5 cents higher than the price. I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hit the plus sign. All right, drove it up to 14.21. That's 5 cents higher than the current price. I'm going to click on create. If it hits, I'm going to go put it into my portfolio. Cold. Let's zoom in on that. I've got a lot of levels of resistance. I need this stock to get out of its own way before I pull a trigger there. Ooh, silver. Jumped above a level of resistance right there. It's got another level of resistance right here. I do like the bounce off support right there. I like that the 3 and the 8 have crossed. I really don't like that it's not above that yet. So you know what I'm going to do? Let's go set an alert. Let's go back 1 year. Set an alert. Create a new alert. I'm going to take it up to that level of the gap. It's a lot of move. It's a lot of move. But I think if it can fade the gap and go above this level of 22.88, I'm going to take that. Create that alert. All right. What else is in this list? Wow. SVXY. Zoom in. I love that it broke through that level of resistance. It's still above it. Nice open day today. What do you think about that? Yes or no? My chart doesn't show support or resistance. Let me help you with that. You've got to create your graph. Notice when I'm looking at a graph, go down to the bottom of the graph. You see where it says graph settings, Todd? Click on it. This is where you put your analysis on your graph. So I'm looking at a 6-month graph, looking at the frequency of daily. I'm looking at a candlestick graph. Show the ratings bar, buy, hold, or sell. I can show the stop. I can show the value to see if I'm in under or overvalued stocks. Envelopes inactive, support and resistance. See, I have it active. Click on it. If you should be able. Yours probably says inactive. Click on it and it should make it active, and you can set up your moving averages. All right, number of bars, 100 bars. I'm looking back a short amount of time, and number of touches, da-da-da. There you go. There you go, Todd. Does that help you? You can set it up. And now on my graph, I have the support and resistance. All right. So I'm looking at a watch list, an overall watch list that has an RT above 1. And I think from the standpoint of trying to find some stocks, I think that's a great way. Let's go see what other watch lists have RTs above 1. Big banks. Let's go sort this by percentage gain loss. I don't know. Anybody hot and warm and fuzzy about jumping on big banks? Yes or no? All right. Fitz says not enough potential upside for me on SVXY, and that's fine. Everybody in here trades differently. All I'm doing is taking you through the process of trying to find some of these trades. Right? Someone asked, "Do you trade?" I do find stocks to jump on board with. Charlene, what is the no for? You're saying no to SVXY as well? Oh, you said no to the banks. I'm not warm and fuzzy about the banks. Look at the VSTs on these. You know, some are above 1. The biggest one is JP Morgan. It's up 0.5% today. I do like the earnings per share. I do like the earnings per share on JP Morgan. All right, not feeling the banks. I hear you. Let me click on in the 3-month. Yeah, it's tough to be jumping on board with the banks. They had a nice little run up from this bar, didn't they? The 3 and the 8 crossed just recently. And RT is above 1. You can't fight the tape. But, man, I got a level of resistance up here. I got this little big wick right here. I'm with you. I don't know if I feel the banks right now. All right. But it is a watch list that's got an RT above 1. What else has got an RT? ChatGPT stocks. I built that too. NVIDIA is in there. CRM, Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, AMD. NVIDIA is the big mover today, too. Look at that. Wow, look at the run on that. Look at the earnings per share. Let's go to a 3-month graph. Let's go to a 3-month graph. Click. I just tap on it. Woo! That's got a whole bunch of support and resistance going as well, but look at that. Look at that move. Let me zoom in. Look at that move. Nice hammer right there. Look at that. Beautiful hammer. Beautiful hammer. 3-8 cross somewhere up in here. Stocks price is moving. Let's unzoom that out a little bit. I got a level of resistance sitting at about right there. Let me see what I can see. Put this back on a 1-year graph. I might set up an alert for this. Create an alert. Let's go to that swing high. That's what I'm looking for. It's about 4.5% move from where we are now, or I can bring it closer. Here's another, and it just went above that. Let's go to this wick right here. The wick, oops, cancel that. Let's go to the wick of this most recent candle, right? And it made a resistance right there. Zoom in. See that candle? Let's see if we can get above that candle. All right. So I'm going to put back on a 1-year, create an alert. Right about, let me move that line up. Right about there. I'm going to create an order for that. At 483.08, 480, that's a lot of move though. But I'm going to leave it. I think that's a good positive play to put it. All right, what else is moving up today? CRM. Look, the earnings on these stocks is really good. That could be a retracement play. I'd like to get above that red bar though. I'd like to get above that red bar. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, that looks good. Meta, look at that. Meta looks good. Great VVC YouTube yesterday on NVIDIA. I think Ryan did a great job on NVIDIA. All right, he did a great job on NVIDIA. Let's go look at that high right there. I'm gonna put in an alert for that too. We'll put in an alert. If any of these alerts hit, you're going to know right above there. I like that. Create that alert. It's going to be right exactly at 330. It's $10 more. Can you get into it now? Yes, you can. But I'd like to see it take out that level of resistance. I'm creating that. Now, the cool thing is all these alerts that I'm creating, all I need to do is go to my alerts, recent alerts. It'll tell me. Palantir reached, that was an hour ago. Ooh, 1918. You know something? I'm going to put that into one of my portfolios. Add to portfolio, and it's going to be mobile app 2 because it's less than $20. All right, spend. I think I want to spend $500. All right, add to the portfolio. All right, I don't want to navigate to the portfolio now. I'm looking at my alerts, looking at my alerts. VST, that was 4 days ago. I don't want to take those, but this just happened today. So I put Palantir. Let's go to my portfolios. I put that into mobile app 2, and there's Palantir. So there it is. I got Palantir. I'm in it. I got an order in, I think, for NVIDIA. Did I get an order for NVIDIA? Let's go see. NVDA. Did I put in an order? I don't know if I did. I am now, though, if I didn't. There's a lot of levels of resistance. Oh. Let's do it. I can't say no. Oh, I got an alert. There it is. The alert is already up there. See how the alert is darkened in? It tells me that I have an alert on it. All right, I thought I did. How cool is that? All right, let's go back to my watch lists. We'll see if there's anything else up there. Big banks, bullish ETFs, ChatGPT stocks. Anything else? Clean energy, uranium. Look at the uranium watch list. Ooh, let's sort this by percentage gain loss. UROY on the Mao. I don't like the VST though, but from a short-term trade perspective, is it there? Ooh, it's bouncing off support in the 3 and the 8, could be crossing. This would be a short-term play. This would be a short-term play, at least up to that level of resistance. You agree with that? Yes or no? I at least like the level coming off support down here. You guys agree with that? Yes or no? That if I'm looking at this, I would be looking at this from a day trade perspective, at least up to that level of resistance. Yes or no? Yes or no? All right. I know there's a delay, so I'm going to give you an opportunity. But that is a good short-term play. That's a good short-term. I'm not saying, oh, I thought you said 1 year. I might take that as a short-term play. Right. Let's go click that. Click a new alert. Let's take it to that level. That's at 289. It's at 278. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Let's go 278, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. I'm going to go to 283. 5 cents above right now's high. 38. All right. What other stock is in this watch list? So the person that was asking me about do we trade, I'm using the mobile app to find me some stocks to get into. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm doing it as if I was on the run. I'm doing nothing with the desktop. Everything is off of my iPad. Everything right now is off of my iPad. All right, let's go see. Any other watch lists above? Crypto. Question came up about the crypto ETF. When the SEC approves the crypto spot, the Bitcoin spot, we'll have it. All right. The reason why we don't track the other ETFs is because we don't trade currency or futures. Crypto is considered currency. That's why you don't see a lot of crypto stocks in the database, because we don't track currencies, nor do we track futures. So that was to answer your question, Bill. But if the spot ETF that's going to be approved by the SEC comes out, 9 times out of 10, we're going to have it. Let's go see what stocks in ours that we do track are moving up today. BTF. Oof, that thing is moving. Look at that. Anybody want that? Put that on a 1-year graph. This is in new territory. Oh, it's not. Look at that. Way back when it was $24. That's on a 5-year graph. 21. It's not giving me, we've only tracked like 3 years worth of it. That's from 21 to 23. but it's still not at where it was. Let's go to the 1 year graph. Go to a 6 month graph. Let's go to a 3 month graph. Notice I'm pushing all of those levels right at the bottom of the graph. You know something? Me gonna take a little bit. 14, 15. I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna add that to the portfolio. That is below $20. Put that in mobile app 2. Put it in there. Spend $500. Woo. Add to the portfolio. Oh, I just added another stock. We just traded another stock today. XBTF. Bido. Needs to take out that bar. I was just looking at. Wow, look at that. That is what we would call a hanging man. I'd be very careful with that. I am basically blind. I wish VectorVest would fix the mobile app to make it work with the screen reader on my iPhone. Ted, I can, you know what I do with my iPad, depending on your TV? I can extend. I want to show you something. Look at the top, all the way at the top. See that little screen thing right next to the Wi-Fi? I can extend this to my television. If I did that, that's one way I could do it. I can go to the bottom corner and make it take up my whole screen. But at the top right, I can share this to my TV. Hold on. Settings. Hold on. Where is we? Here's a way I'm going to find out. I can extend, and I do that on my, on my iPad at home. I can extend from my phone or to my iPad to my smart TV. So Ted, there is a way to do that. There definitely is a way to do that. I'm gonna look deeper into that. It's called casting. Is that what it's called? Thank you, Michael. But there is a way to be able to move or cast, or just like you said, cast, throw your screen from your iPad right into. All right. Xavier says, hi, Glenn. What would be an effective exit strategy in the current market environment for those picks? You know something? If they're short term, I'm going to look at a 28% gain, 7% loss. All right. I am trading UROY with you day trade only. And again, I think that some of these are day trades. As I showed you the graph on that, as I showed you the graph on UROY, I said it was in a channel, right? So I would be day trading that. UROY, that one is in a channel. We'll put that on it. Yeah, that one's in a channel. I would use up to that level of resistance. BSR is moving up. Is that enough to make me feel warm and fuzzy, Bill? Moving up 0.04. All right, let's get to the portfolios. That's the model portfolios. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let's go to my portfolios. I added 2 stocks today. Mobile App 2. Mobile App 2 overall gain is down 1%. That's fine. I haven't done much in this portfolio, but it's up to date with the 2 stocks that I got into. Let's go look at my bigger portfolio. Mobile App, it's got simulating having $100,000. This one's up 9.83%. Nothing is in it right now. Not a lot of trading I've been doing recently. And back and forth, Ryan's been on and, back and forth. So I haven't concentrated much on portfolios, but I want to get back into that, especially from a mobile perspective. Mobile App short, we went and started playing the market to the downside. Look at that. It's up over 10%. Still holding stocks. Look at these rate of returns. ESTA, 63%. Upstart, 37%. And I did all of these live when they were happening. I couldn't see what were the stocks you bought. Palantir, Mobile App 2, Palantir and BTF. I got into a Bitcoin. I did get into a Bitcoin. All right, so those are the 2 stocks that I got into, Edward. Palantir is up 0.4% since we gotten into it. And BTF, which is a Bitcoin, we're up slightly on it. And I only tend to trade these live when we're here. All right. So I don't have to worry about back and forth throughout the week and try to keep up. I only do it when we are live. All right. Cheap long-term stocks. That was a search that I created, up 32%. A little bit of pullback in the equity curve right now, but this is just cheap long-term stocks. Cheap long-term stocks. You're welcome, Edward. What else? High CI. Here's another portfolio. Overall gain down a little bit, up today about 1.5%. I like the power of ICI stocks, so I put them into a portfolio. We'll see how that works out. All right, we will see how that works out. What else is in here? How many of you saw the Magnificent 7 video that I did a couple of days ago? Type of 1 in the room. I liked it enough that I wanted to put them into a portfolio and track them. Where am I at? 1.4. Your like of making dollars outweighed your hesitancy. Well, yeah, it did, Bill. I was like, listen, I'm not gonna not take it if it don't want to go. Magnificent 7 plus 2. I made a portfolio of those stocks. And up overall about 1.5%. Up today about 2%. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. I got AIQ. What was the other one? And Fang Yu. Those are my plus 2. The Magnificent 7 are the NVIDIA, Meta, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Tesla. All right. Tesla is taking a hit right now in the group, whereas NVIDIA is doing well, up 4.75%. Tonight's special presentation is going to be on how to trade these with market timing. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be the special presentation for the VectorVest subscribers, but we put it out to YouTube as well. All right. So monitoring your portfolios is a great way to see what stocks are moving before you buy them and then pick those up. So I think that let's go to the model portfolios. That's another way. It's only one model portfolio in the mobile app. It's Chappell's Champs Codes Ballistic. This is up 625%. I know, yeah, it's since 2019, but look at that equity curve. I like that as well. Interesting that we only have one model portfolio. I got to check on that, why that is. But the power of portfolios, folks, I like it because you can build a portfolio of stocks before you buy and then just track the stocks that are moving up. That way you're out of the losers right away because you haven't gotten into it. I like that idea. I want us to start looking more so at building portfolios and managing those portfolios and cherry picking from those portfolios what stocks are moving. All right. Last but not least, plus, nope, cancel. It's not what I want. Let's go back to market overview. My watch list. That's what I want. My watch lists. But I'm going to create a new watch list group. This is where we look at your stocks. All right. Start giving me the stocks that you want me to take a look at. Start giving me the stocks that you want to take a look at. Type them in the room. All right. Sometimes I don't like this delay, Koo. It's all Koo's fault. When Koo is here, it's his fault. When Joey is here, it's Joey's fault. All right. It's never my fault, though. All right. It's never my fault. FNGU. Click on it. Next one, Lily. LLY. Click on it. SoFi. SOFI. Click on it. Palantir. PLTR. Click on it. Decker Outdoors. DECK. TLT. GGLL. Holy smokes, now you typing in way too fast. All right. Pounded Pan W. PANW. Click on it. Metaverse. Is that METV? Is that a real stock? It is. Never knew that. MU Micron. LABD. Go down the list. Invo, what is that? Oh, two stocks. INVO and DRCT. Vista Energy. Whoops. DRCT. VIST. America? Is that what you're looking for, Anthony? VIRC. Go down. Marvel. GGLL is already in there. PANW. Nail. Click on it. Sun. AEHR. All right, GGMPEY. What the heck is that? PEYUF. Too many letters. IoT, Internet of Things. CME. SLVM. CCJ. Oops. All right. One more. TNK. That's it. Let's go take a look at it. Let's create the watch list. Now at the bottom, we can go to create the watch list. What's today's date? 11/10/23. Customer picks. Click on OK. I went past Visa. I didn't go past. All right, Visa. Add stocks, Visa. There you go. See, I'm never going to get these done. I'm never going to get them done if you keep adding more stocks. I'm just letting you know because I'm going to leave. I am. No more stocks. All right. Ooh, dust crossed above 1421. Still another trade. Dust crossed. Hold on. I got to go find that watch list again. DUST. How much is it? We already know that we were looking for. I'm going to add it to the portfolio. 500 because it's under $20. Add to the portfolio. Nope. All right. So there's 3 stocks that we bought today. Now I got to go find my watch list again. Sigh. Sushma, if you're watching this, I got to find an easy way to find my stocks. All right, my watch list. 11/10/23. Bingo. Found it. All right. Here's your stocks. Let's go look at them real quick. VST on VIRC, highest in the list. Relative value, 1.57. Safety below 1. This is more of an aggressive play. It's in an uptrend, and it's got a decent CI. I like the pick. Moving up. Man, I do like the pick. If I do that, though, I think I lose what I'm looking for. I do. All right. I want to look at the main indicators. I like, no, Richard, I'm not going to, year, month, I can't. It will, but it won't. I still got to go search through them. All right. And for all of the other stocks that you keep putting in, I got this list. I got to do this list or else I'm never going to get them done. I do like that it's undervalued too. This may not be a bad play. I like that it's coming off a level of support. The earnings per share looks good. This may not be a bad play. Let's go to the next stock. Decker Outdoors. Man, that stock gapped up and hasn't looked back. Fundamentally sound, relative value, relative safety, both above 1, in an uptrend, high CI, 45 degree. I like that stock as well. Love the earnings per share. It is fully valued, but I love that. Decker Outdoors, a nice play. TNK, like the move. Fundamentally, RV is above 1, RS is below 1. It is a more aggressive play, but I do like the earnings per share rising, and it's undervalued. I like this play. It looks like it's gotten out of the consolidation and started to move up. I do like that play. Let's go to the next one. No, Go to the next one. LABD, man, that is a retracement trade. It got hit. Now it's back on the rise. Relative value, relative safety are going to both be at 1 because it's an ETF. Big time RT, though. Stock is on the move. It is fairly valued. That's going to always be the same thing with ETFs. It's up 1.5% today. It is above moving averages, of which I like. Doesn't tell me which moving averages I'm looking at. Side. That's my own fault. But I like, unless that's the stop. I like that move. I like watch today's candle though. PanW pulling back. Fundamentally sound. I'm looking at the graph coming off of the high, coming off of this level of resistance up here. I like the move. I got a couple of levels of resistance, and it stopped at a level of resistance right here. And pulling back, I'd be careful with that one. All right, I'm going to leave these all on 3 months. CCJ, I like the move coming off support there too. 3.8, even on the pullback, the 3.8 held. I'd like to see it go above that high, but if you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I'd like to see it go above that high first. Feng Yu, I like that play. I cannot lie. RT went above 1. The stock's coming off a level of support. 3.8 cross. Nice update. Broke through a level of resistance today. I like that. Play. Visa, right at a level of resistance. See that? Right at a level of resistance. There we go. It hasn't been able to get past that 244 or so. If you're in it, leave it alone. The 3.8 is still positive. If you're not in it, I'd wait for some more move to the upside. All right, but credit cards are probably going to get hit. Just be careful with that. 4, like the move coming off support down there. 3.8 cross on one of these candles, like that. It does have a level of resistance, though, to keep your eyes on. All right, but it may have some upside. It definitely has some upside, and I like that. I don't know if that was an earnings play or not. Vista. I need for the 3.8 to cross. I like coming off this level of that red candle, but I need the 3.8 to cross. FNGU is on my short list for sell. I'm not ready to sell. If it's moving, if the tech stocks are moving, FNGU is going to move up. If the tech stocks are moving, I'd wait to see if the market is going to pull the tech stocks down before I would sell it. All right. Wow. AMD. Look at that. Stopped at a level of resistance, though. Love the level of support coming off. I love the 3.8. RT, I'm really feeling that stock. Let's go put this on a 6-month graph. It's not at a 6-month high. It still has some movement to way back up into there. It does have 2 levels of resistance to go for. Does have 2 levels, but love that open candle. Nice open candle today. Let's go to Eli Lilly. Oof. Pulling back off of resistance. The 3.8 is still in place. Big down day yesterday. Indecision today. If you're in it, leave it alone because the 3.8s haven't crossed bearish. If I'm not in it, I'm looking to see it get above that 3-month high. CME, nice movement off of support. The 3.8 crossed yesterday. No follow through the day. If I'm not in it, I'm waiting until it gets above this level of the high, the swing high. If I am in it, I would not have wanted you to ride this down to this level of support. All right, the 3.8 crossed somewhere back here. I would have gotten out there or at least taken half off. It looks like it wants to start moving again. Again, I'd like to see it break above that level of resistance. Same thing with Sun. Right at resistance, looks like a really strong level of resistance. The 3.8 looks solid, though. If you're in it, leave it alone. The 3.8 exponential moving averages. I use that on every graph. The 3.8 exponential moving averages. I use that on every, whether I'm long-term or short-term on the stock. Why? Because it works. That's the basic answer for me is why? Because it works. All right, so when I say 3.8, I'm going to go to the graph settings at the bottom. Notice that I have 3 moving averages in place. All right, and I've got a 3, I've got an 8, and then I've got one for trend, a simple moving average of 20. Didn't get what you said about 4. Did I say anything about 4 yet? I don't know if I did. Did I say anything about 4? Did I get down there? What did I say? I do like the move. Let's go to 3-month graph. It's got some upside to that level of resistance. Yeah, I did talk about that. It's got some upside to that, and it's moving. Coming off a level of support, 3 and 8 cross. It got up into this level of resistance. Yeah. I want to let it click on it. Sigh. There we go. Up into that level of resistance, it's got some move. I'm okay with that. All right. We looked at that. AMD, Lilly, CME, Sun. We stopped here. Wow, big update for SLVM. Almost taking out yesterday's candle. No wick at the top, so no selling pressure. I like breaking out of this channel of resistance and support. Man, I like that. That's a 3-month graph, 6-month graph. It does have access to that level of the 6-month graph. I'd really like to see it take out that candle, that whole candle. It's doing a good job of trying to do that. Had a open, it was a bullish bearish day because the candle was closed. I like the move today. I do like the move today. No. That's all I got to say about that. No. That thing is just moving down. No. METV, I like that it's taken out almost the most recent swing high right there. Buy at the bottoms on SLVM. Yeah, down here. I like the move now on it though, Lou. Yeah, I'd like to see it take out that candle. That's a 3-month. It's got some move. It does have some move up to the 6-month candle. I like the play. I like RT is moving up higher. That's no wick at the top of the candle. I like that play. I'd like to see it take out that wick though. Palantir, nice, beautiful up candle. That's on a 3-month. It's not at a 6-month high, which would be there, which is a little bit more than $20. The stock may have some good upside for a little bit. They need those contracts to turn into money. That's the thing about Palantir. I don't know what that is, but no, that was some kind of news on Direct Digital. Look at all that give back. I wouldn't touch that. That's profit taking right there. The stock jumped up a lot. The stock jumped up a lot. Palantir, Lou, I'm a fan of Palantir because of what they do. And if it's on your sell list, by all means do so. But I do like the move. I looked at the 6-month graph. The stock's got some more upside, even on the 6-month graph. All right. I don't know what the news is on this, but I wouldn't touch it because a lot of people took a lot of profits on it. I don't know if this is a pump and dump. I don't know what this is. Why won't I move? All right. There we go. GGLL. This is like all over the place. It's up 2% today. No wick at the top of the candle. All right, no wick at the top of the candle. It is moving. Move this over. I like the hammer down here. I like the move. I like the 3 and the 8. I like that it's fading the gap. This gap here. It is fading the gap. It's nothing but positive velocity going on right here. RT is above 1. I'd be careful with this. All right? I'd be careful with this, though. Let's go to the next one. Nail leveling out. That's all I got to say about it. I got a level of resistance up here, but Nail is leveling out. RT is back and forth between above and below 1. I'd rather buy if a stock is moving up. This is leveling out. Good gravy. Another tech stock, Micron, nicely moving. I'd like to see it take out the candle from the day before. That was a big candle yesterday. A lot of selling pressure with no follow-through today. No follow-through. It's out of both of those channels down there. RT is above 1. I sort of like this play too. TLT, back and forth. I wouldn't take it now. It's below the level of resistance. Before I decide to want to take advantage of a treasury, let's go make sure that it's moving up first. All right? No, that's just going down. There's nothing I like about it. Now, there is something. I like the wicks at the bottom of the candle that show some buying pressure. But, yeah, I'm not ready to touch that. Nor am I ready to touch SoFi right now. It might have found the bottom, but the 3 and the 8 are negative. It is below this level of resistance and pulling. I'm not feeling that. IoT up day today, but the 3 and the 8 are still negative, and it's in a channel between that resistance and that support. No, I'm not. And yeah, the 3 and the 8 telling me the story. INVO day trade. All right, it's pulled back. RT is below 1. It is at a level of support, but that big wick at the top twice. See back here is at the top. I'm not going to tell you to get into a stock that's got that. Charlene says, I asked that not too long ago. It means EMA 3 above the EMA 8 moving averages. Yes. BMY, I'm not, again, if it's not in my list already, Bill, I'm not adding it because I had a lot of stocks to look at today. Was INVO at the bottom? It was. I had a lot of stocks to look at today, Bill, and I got to get ready to go. All right, and I got to get ready to go. Wife and sigh. BMY. Bristol Squibb Myers, yep. Wow. I'll never tell anybody to get out of a stock that they inherited. But holy smokes, this is a tough stock to hold through all of this. This is a 1-year graph? Yeah. That's a hurtful play. Now, they may have inherited it, but at what price? All right? They may have inherited it, but what price? My thoughts on gold at the moment, dollar's still too strong. The dollar's still too strong. Gold's not going to move. All right? Put your hands upon my hip. When you buy the dip. I'm not ready to buy the dip on gold yet. I'm not ready to buy the gold on dip. The dip on gold yet. Let's go look at the Huey. That's what we use for tracking gold. Yeah, I'm not ready. That's a 1-year graph. I'm not ready. The dollars, yeah, and it just broke to a level of support right here. I'm not ready to touch gold yet. And I thought that with the war, that gold was going to be a safe haven. Didn't come through. Sure enough, sure not. The 3 and the 8 have crossed bearish. It broke below a level of support. It's got another level of support to get to down here. I'm not ready to touch gold. Sigh. All right. I think I'm done. I tried to answer everybody's question, number one, and I tried to get into all of your stocks that you put up. All right. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that. I've only got 35 likes. Sigh. And we lost a lot of people from the beginning, which means I bored you. Sorry about that. But I'm going to always try to give you as much analysis as I can. This mobile app is very intuitive, and I want you guys to be able to have a good way of being able to use it. And that's that. Microsoft is flying. Do I sell? You know something? If you ever have to ask the question, if a stock is moving up, if you want to sell, I'm always going to tell you, Jazz, take half off the table. I take half off the table. If you're going to ask that question, and that means you feel something, the stock is moving, rock and roll. Until it really gives you a sign of selling, that's when you sell. But if you're nervous about capturing your profits, take half off the table. That's the best way I'm going to answer that for you, Jazz. That way, because I don't want you to lose. I want you to maximize your maximize your wins and minimize your losses. All right. 51, you know me. I always try to get, thank you for the hearts. I always try to get 100 likes. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. My Jedi senses feel to sell half. Sell half. All right. If the stock is running and it's doing what you want it to do, you want to still be in the play. But if you lock in half, you lock in profit. All right. With that, folks, I got to go. Got to go make a couple of different videos. Busy day today. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks, see ya.